Most packaging automation depends on one thing: a reliable, silent command line. When it exists, packaging is predictable, fast, and easy to scale. But when it doesn't, teams hit the slow path. Interactive wizards, manual capture, rebuilding packages, documenting choices, retesting, and repeating the whole cycle. That's why patch catalogs can be great, but they are never enough on their own. Catalogs are curated subsets that rarely achieve 30% coverage of the application's enterprise needs. When people say they rarely repackage, what they often mean is they avoid the apps that force it, accept partial coverage, or only do the manual work when it becomes urgent. App Readiness is built around the idea that a single method is not enough. We start with the command line when they're reliable, and when they're not, we need an automated fallback that preserves speed and consistency. Another common driver for repackaging is format requirements. Sometimes that's a push to standardize on MSI, but these days it's more desire to leverage MSIX or App Attach. But with intelligent automated repackaging, you can convert installers to the format of your choice without turning it into a manual exercise. That's what Juriba AI-driven repackaging is here to do. It's the automated fallback and the format bridge that turns not in the catalog, not silent, not in the right format, into a workflow that you can run consistently and with traceability. Let's take a look. For this demonstration, we'll use the latest version of Wireshark, pulled directly from the Juriba knowledge base. Juriba KB provides application download and subscription options and covers several thousand unique applications today, continuing to grow in size and in detail beyond your typical patch catalog. That means we start from a normalized application context and current version information instead of manually sourcing installers and metadata across disconnected sources. Next, we choose an output package type that requires repackaging. In this case, we're converting an EXE to an MSI, an MSIX, an App Attach, as well as wrapping it into an WIN and generating a PSADT. If we were just wrapping, repackaging wouldn't be necessary, but in order to convert an EXE to another format, you'll need to perform a capture process. So in the event you don't have a sufficient command line to automate the installation, capturing a manual installation is required. Only here in App Readiness, it won't be manual. Juriba AI will drive the interactive installation wizard to completion with no manual steps. This is the part that historically consumes time and attention because someone has to sit there, make the choices, document them. Here, that burden is automated and repeatable. Even better, Juriba AI lets you direct it with your preferred installation preferences, so you can drive more customized outcomes, often beyond what simple command line options offer. These preferences are managed centrally through default settings, while still allowing them to be reviewed and adjusted when manually adding an application. This is how teams standardize automated outcomes. You reduce variance between packages and between versions, resulting in more predictable packages. As the repackaging operation is performed, the entire installation process is captured with step-by-step screenshots. This gives you full transparency into what the AI saw and what choices were applied, and it also makes validation faster, especially for peer review and handoffs. In addition to screenshots, App Readiness captures and stores an end-to-end video of the entire repackaging process as performed by Juriba AI. When something is subtle, video is often the fastest way to confirm behavior without reproducing an entire run. In the video produced, you'll also see annotations presented throughout the repackaging process. This is also available as a separate downloadable artifact for review and documentation purposes, replacing inconsistent repackaging notes and helping to keep the automation explainable. Now let's review the output generated by Juriba AI in App Readiness. At this point in a traditional workflow, you'd often still be in the middle of capture and cleanup. Here, we're already at deliverables. In just minutes, App Readiness produces multiple deployment artifacts: an MSI, an MSIX, an App Attach package, and a PSADT package. It also goes so far as to detect dependencies embedded in the installer. That matters because vendor installers frequently bundle prerequisites. In this case, 2 Visual C++ runtime dependencies were identified and separated automatically. That results in cleaner packaging boundaries and fewer surprises during deployment. It improves predictability, reduces bloat, and gives you better control over prerequisite management. Command lines should always be the first choice when they are reliable. They're fast, deterministic, and easy to repeat. But when command lines are not viable, or when you need a different output format, you can still achieve that same speed and level of automation. Juriba AI-driven repackaging turns those scenarios into a standard automated process that you can run consistently with the evidence and outputs produced as a part of the workflow. And it's the same workflow for any application, whether it's covered in Juriba KB or something that you added yourself. You don't have to branch off into a slower, more manual effort to handle such cases. If you'd like to talk with me or book a demo with our team, we can tailor the session to your environment and your applications. Reach out.